My own experiences of themes with the script, especially because the script embraces the idea of and talks about the idea of what has happened to war and coming back from war. My dad was in the Vietnam War. He did the Cambodian campaign, which was, as a lot of people know in history, was very devastating. And so we were this wonderful family of four, my brother, my mom, and my dad and I, and we were over in Scotland. We were stationed over there, and my dad was in the Navy. He was a Dartmouth grad, Ivy League. He was a Navy boy. He was really a golden boy, and we had a lovely life. My mom was a concert pianist, and my brother and I had a great time. It was the explosion of the, what did he say, the 60s, the Brit pop explosion, and we were there for it because we were on the British Isles. My dad would go to sea on a submarine for 3 months at a time, and then he would come home, and of course we would be very well dressed and perfect, and Mom would line us up and say, he did this while you were gone, she did that while you were gone, and this is how many spankings or reprimands have to be delivered. It was a little old-fashioned. And then all of a sudden my dad got sent to Cambodia, and when he came back he wasn't the same. And nothing after that was the same for all four of us. So when I see that Myers has come back, and Barry have come back from war, and they're able to have a semblance of normalcy, despite the fact that Myers is like, oh, here I am with Vera, and there is Mrs. Fantastic, Miss Fantastic rather, in the later character that he meets, Miss Madame Madcap, I guess. Despite that, I feel the reminiscence as a bit of comfort, because our life was never the same after Vietnam and Cambodia. And I don't know if people remember that now, because now, in the war that we have going on, and now recently it's just come out that we were aiming at the wrong country. There's just been so much destruction and then rebuilding and all of that. I don't think anybody really knows what's what. And I think because we get to sit here and we're on our iPhones and we're on our computers, and we haven't been literally and figuratively blown up yet. I'm not, 9/11 was a whole other world. Don't even get me started on that. But as we sit here, we go on and live our lives every day. I don't think that we may know what the impact of war can be. Maybe it could be just as part of the country. I mean, I have no gauge. So when Solomon Deep wrote this script and it involved war of yore, it really touched me deeply, and I had to say, well, in this I'm just Adrian. They don't need my crazy, So I appreciate how he embraced the healing of those days of yore when people came back and everything turned out okay.